spokesperson, Lieutenant Colonel Christopher Singo. Lieutenant Colonel, good evening to you. Thank you very much for your time. Let's start with how you were able to round up this group that was clearly scamming people out of their monies.
So we began our investigation during 2022, where we received this information about these bogus investment scammers who are operating here in South Africa. They were operating in different provinces in Gauteng and Western Cape. From the information that we received when we began this investigation, we found out that these bogus investment scammers, they don't operate in one location, so they will rent the premises maybe for a period of 3 months or 6 months. They will then move to a different location and then operate in those other locations so that they can be able to conceal the evidence or to cover their threats so that no one can be able to trace them. But we were tracing them since 2022, where we were gathering all this information until we arrested them today. So these bogus investment scammers, they were targeting these pensioners who are already on pension, where they were working together with these call center agents, where they will then recruit them through social media platforms, where they will convince them to start by investing a small amount of money. Then they will further convince them to invest large amount of money. So the victims that we are talking about, these are victims that are in countries such as Australia, countries such as Canada, United States of America, United Kingdom, New Zealand. So we were working together with the international law enforcement agents, Interpol, to cover the threats of these particular individuals who are committing this particular crime.
Sounds like a very elaborate scheme. We are saying in the introduction that people have lost millions of rand. Are you able to give us a round figure of just how much money may have been involved here?
At this moment, we cannot be able to reveal the amount of money that the victim lost, because this is still an ongoing investigation. There are still more suspects that we are still pursuing, and to check exactly how much money were lost. So for now, the victims that came forward, that we took their statements for the case that is appearing tomorrow in court, is 43. Yeah. But there are more than 43 victims that are involved. For now, we cannot be able to reveal the amount of money that has been lost. Yes, this is still an ongoing investigation.
Okay, let's discuss then the charges, because what we are talking about is almost two sets of groups here. So there are 6 alleged investment scammers, and then there is a group of call center agents, about 25 of them. What will the charge be for all of them?
For now, they will be facing charges of contravening the Financial Advisory and Intermediary Services Act 37 of 2002. That is the charges that they will be facing. There might be more charges that might be added tomorrow when they appear in court. But these agents, how they were involved in this particular crime, from the information that we are having currently, the allegations that we are having currently is that they were operating using their false identity. So they were not using their real identity or their names. They were operating online using the false identity. So that's that's why they are also involved in this particular crime. But more will be revealed tomorrow when they appear in court, and more charges that can be added when they appear tomorrow in court.
Cybercrime, because that's what this is. How easy or difficult is it likely to be for your investigators to prove in court?
That is why our investigation, they take long. If you see, this case was, we started this investigation during 2022. So it's been a number of years that we've been investigating, because it's not an easy crime to be able to crack and to come up with evidence of this kind of nature, more especially something that was conducted in our country, but the victims who are in other countries. So that's why the investigation took this long. But we have a charge case that we are going to present before the court. That's why our investigation takes time, so that when we go to court, we have a charge case that we can be able to be proven before the court of law.
Finally, as I let you go, your quick advice to people who may be enticed by such scammers. What are the things to look out for people to not get themselves involved?
I think it is important to not to be involved or not to do investment through online, more especially if you don't even know the people that you are communicating to. You don't even know where the company is based. So people must refrain from sending their particulars, their own personal details to private people that they don't even know. But as Hawks, we continue to do awareness campaign, visiting the communities, alerting the communities about this particular crime. But this one is a different type of a crime, because it involves victims who are now based in other countries where we normally don't do campaigns in those particular countries. But here in our country, we always move around, working with different stakeholders, private sectors, going to communities and educating our people to stay away doing this online investment scheme where they don't even know the people that they are communicating with and the companies where the companies are based.
Very important call and a warning there for many of us, all of us in fact, to heed these calls, avoid such scams. All right, that is Lieutenant Colonel Christopher Singo. He speaks for the Gauteng Hawks.